Dear traders, ladies and gentlemen, how is everyone doing today? It's a wonderful Monday, the 26th of June, the end of the first month of summer in the northern hemisphere. And I want to ask you, how is everyone doing today? How's your trading? How's your life? I hope everyone had a nice, lovely weekend, and you rested well, and you're ready to continue trading. At the same time, I know that some people like weekends because they trade on the weekends and they actually consider this to be the best time for trading because you're not really distracted by the news. You're not really distracted by the Euro USD, the pound, and other uh, currency pairs just kind of like doing chaotic moves, but instead you can focus on trading OTC assets or the indices that are available for trading on the weekends. So hello everyone. And before we continue, before we start our trading seminar today, I wanna I wanna ask you probably the mystery. The mystery that exists is why Ripple is not following the market move. I have a very heavy exposure on Ripple, and my idea was that Ripple uh, will be catching up with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. That's why I opened a few trades on cryptocurrencies, and the most successful one so far was Bitcoin Cash, and I think I even closed it before. Basically, I wasn't expecting that it could go where it actually went. Like it doubled in price, and basically, given the multiplier of 10, that means that you could have like multiplied by your amount by 20 times, something like this. Crazy. So I closed. So this trade of mine closed with a 350% profit. That is a good ratio between risk reward. That's something, risk to reward ratio. That's something that I keep talking about almost every time during my every stream on Forex. It's very crucial. It's very important to maintain this ratio of risk to reward. Like you always want to risk, you want to try and risk a little bit, and you always want to attempt or aim at scoring high, scoring big. So you risk risk a little bit and you profit a lot. That's the ratio which allows you to have profits even if you have less than 50% or even less than 30% profitable trades. So on Forex, the mechanics is different. Now, I still wonder what's happening with Ripple. Is it just not interesting to anyone? I wonder. Now, I think that Ripple has all the potential to go up because usually at first it's Bitcoin, then it's followed by Ethereum, and then it's followed by all other cryptocurrencies like Cardano, EOS, whatever, all of them, and then the almost always the last one to resume its growth, it's Ripple out of the top 50 cryptocurrencies or out of top 20, I would say top 20. Ripple is the slowest one to react. It drops fast, but it grows. It goes up in price very slow. That's the thing. So guys, if you see that, well, I can still see that, for example, Dogecoin still hasn't really gone up, hasn't rallied. Something that is interesting is that I mentioned, so Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash has surged here, and it's trading like at twice as much. I don't know, do we have anything else? We don't have Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin SP, right? Yeah, we just have Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. All right, that's more than enough actually to trade and other cryptocurrencies that will be probably catching up if Bitcoin continues its upwards surge. But as you can see, it's a very interesting rally that's been going on. All right, guys. Now, My loss. Why didn't you use a USDT account? Well, that's a good question. I just didn't. I don't know. It's well, see, it doesn't really matter which account you use. Is it be it a regular one or a USDT? So with the USDT account, the main advantage is that you can make deposits and withdrawals through through this account. Like you make a deposit and then you can like withdraw easily with USDT, and I cannot use crypto payment methods if I wanted to withdraw from this account, right? I won't be able to use that, but yeah, that's probably the main difference, guys. Now, nice. So that's the answer. BK Boys says my loss 1200, so 12,000 and profit 200,000. Nice. So that's if this is true, then you're doing great. You're way on your way to success. Okay. The next question comes from Ochai. He says, Thomas, can you please briefly explain Bollinger Bands and RSI? Yes, sure. Let's talk about the Bollinger Bands indicator and the RSI indicator. So these are our old friends, and these indicators have been known to humanity since the dawn of trading, I would say, since long time ago. And these are probably some of the oldest indicators out there. Probably the oldest one is definitely the simple moving average indicator, because nothing can be more simple than the simple moving average. Now, everything else is, of course, came until later. Now, first, what we need to do is we need to click this technical analysis tab. So we go here, technical analysis tab, and we press here, simple moving average, or here, it can be found as SMA, under SMA abbreviation. So we click, Bollinger Bands, right? I was thinking about SMA. Yeah, it's Bollinger Bands. Sure. So Bollinger Bands. Why I added SMA? Because I was thinking about Bollinger. Thinking about Bollinger, I added SMA, right? The explanation is this. Because Bollinger Bands relies 100% on the 20 SMA. So the default setting here, the default property here is the simple moving average with a period of 20. So you have this SMA, which is right in the middle of the indicator, right in the middle of these bands. And as you can see, these areas, or these Bollinger Bands, they basically indicate the so-called overbought and oversold areas. So in a way, Bollinger Bands, it is very similar to the RSI indicator or to the MACD indicator. It's just we look at it from a different angle, from a different perspective. Okay, so we click here, open indicator list, and let me add RSI. So RSI indicator, right? You asked me about the RSI. So in my opinion, I personally prefer the RSI indicator better than the Bollinger Bands indicator because I just do it. Okay, I think Bollinger Bands. So briefly speaking, like in short, to put it short, this is how you read signals from the Bollinger Bands indicator. Whenever the price or the chart goes above or below, above the upper line, above this out of the bands, basically out of bounds, out of the band, or it goes below, this is a signal that is an alert that basically tells us, hey, the chart is overbought or the chart is oversold, and relatively soon this chart should go back to its normal stage. So it's kind of like, imagine you have this spring and or like this bouncy ball, and whenever you hit it against the wall or against the ceiling or the floor or the ceiling in the room, it basically it always returns to the somewhere into the middle. And the same is true with with these indicators. That's how it works. So as you can see, it goes above, it is overbought, and then it returns back to the norm. It goes above and returns. It goes above and it returns. Now, the main problem that I see with the Bollinger Bands indicator is that oftentimes it sort of goes out of the band, basically out of the chart goes outside the bands, and then you don't really know exactly when it will when and how it will return back to the norm. Okay, so will it go back after the first candlestick, or after the second one, or after the third one? That is really unknown. So if you trade using these the Bollinger Bands against the trend, if you are trying to counter the trend, you might end up in a situation like, for example, like this one. You lose, and then maybe here on the, even though it's a 4-hour candlestick, but that's pretty much the same with 5-minute candlesticks or 1-minute candlesticks, the principle remains the same. So you never know exactly when to start buying, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe on the 7th or 8th candlestick, the price has returned back to the norm. Now, at the same time, the RSI indicator is a little bit different, but it basically shows you, it gives you these 70 line or the 30 line, which are once again the overbought area and the oversold area. And in these overbought and oversold areas, whenever the price goes below this 30 line, or whenever the price goes above the 70 line, that is a signal for you also to stay vigilant, to stay alerted, and to open a counter trade when the price returns back. So the classic signal is not here when the RSI goes below the 30 line, but when it returns, or when it tries to return, something like this. Okay, we can see it, of course, well, post factum with our hindsight, but of course you can see it. Okay, let's pick another asset, something like Nasdaq index. Yeah, so Nasdaq index was like oversold here, and then it bounced upwards. Then there was another pattern called divergence, like on the MACD. Okay, that's a different pattern, but I won't talk about that now, I guess. And yeah, once again, we have the RSI. Now, each indicator, the RSI indicator and the Bollinger Band indicator, they both have some advantages and they both have some disadvantages. And probably, in my opinion, what I know from many traders, what they are doing is they try and combine, they put together Bollinger Bands with the RSI. Okay, so now the combination of these two, indicators helps us eliminate those faulty signals that are not clear and that are not correct. Like, it's not gonna give us 100% correct signals. That's not gonna leave us with only the correct signals, but it gives us some further confirmation. And from the experience of my fellow traders and from people that I know, this is a great combination. Probably one of the I would say, like, definitely it's among the best combinations of indicators out there. And there is also one more thing how you can improve this is you can play with the SMA, and of course you can do like the 50 SMA, and you can do standard deviation to 3. So you press it like this. Okay, so if you want to go like this, 25 or 20, and in this by doing this, you can see how more accurate, how more precise your signals have become. But at the same time, it doesn't completely prevent from having such faulty signals as for example this one, when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 signals which are just basically incorrect. So in my opinion, by trading from every time when Bollinger goes out of this like standard medium range, medium area, that is usually a signal for just maybe stay alerted, but don't start trading yet. Probably I would look for combinations like this one, when we have at least one candlestick closing above, then maybe it's followed by 1 or 2 which closed above or completely stay above the upper line, and then you have this kind of like the same pattern with the RSI indicator when it returns back into the normal area. So from this overbought area, it goes back into the normal area. So in my opinion, that might be a signal, a more or less legit signal for opening trades. How many years you work in OLYMP TRADE? Well, definitely more than 5 years. I've been here for a long time. But that's great. I mean, I'm able to do my trading, which is in fact encouraged, and I also get like pretty much a salary, and I get other other benefits like being surrounded by traders, real traders, and that is a great thing, because trading in general is a solitary activity, right? So you stay alone with your cell phone, with your computer, stuff like that. That is why it's crucial to attend trading seminars, trading conferences, trading get-togethers, to talk about trading with your I wouldn't recommend talking much about trading with your friends or family members, because oftentimes they might be critical or might be skeptical of your success, of your overall activity. But finding a group of fellow traders, like find a group of peer traders with who you can discuss what's going on in the markets, with who you can sort of different pretty much, yeah. You need to organize, you need to communicate, you need to be around people. So like many people ask me, so why are you still with OLYMP TRADE? Well, the answer is this: because I'm surrounded by great people, and also people who share my interest, and that is very important for me as a trader, to stay in touch with trading, with reality. So I want to learn trading on the simplest possible explanation and on the trend allowing the, well, I don't know the word nachifu. I hope that's not something bad that you're saying, but I don't know. I never heard of this principle. I'm not sure if you spelled it right, but anyways. So, guys, I would say that there are not so many shortcuts in trading, and setting a goal. Like, of course, learning how to trade should not take years. It should not take months, right? It should be it should take maybe a few months, right? But less than a few months, I think, like less than trying to learn everything in trading within 1 or 2 weeks, it's just totally unrealistic. That's one thing that I want you to take with you. It's absolutely unrealistic. So, and I want to be real with you, okay? It took me, back in the day when I was beginning how to trade, I was learning how to trade. There wasn't much information. That's why my trading curve, my trading process was very slow. Okay, it was it was much slower than it could have been. Nowadays, we have a little bit of overload of information. And at the same time, I think it's having an overload information is better than having very little information, because you can go to multiple sources. You can watch some videos, some YouTube videos. You can talk with your financial analyst or advisor from OLYMP TRADE, like our guys, our trading coaches in the VIP department. You can watch our webinars on YouTube. You can go to Help Center, and there are tons of materials here, videos, Help Center. Some of it is text information, some of it is pictures, screenshots, like Forex guide. When I was learning how to trade, I didn't enjoy the luxury of having so many different materials. And that is why I had to like gain or get information from wherever I could. Okay, and it wasn't always good, because sometimes this kind of advice from what I was finding wasn't really that top notch. Now, at the same time, on the internet, you can verify testimonials. You can check what people say about one educator or another one. You can talk, like I said, with our financial managers, financial analysts in the OLYMP TRADE. So we have so much, so many sources, so much information, so much interesting information that you can get about trading, and your learning process can be much quicker. But at the same time, it cannot be probably less than 2 months or 3 months, because it just doesn't work like that. You still need to spend time learning and mastering, information, mastering your strategies, so on and so forth. So don't set unrealistic goals to yourself. Don't be so the main problem, one of the main the two main emotions in trading are fear and greed, right? So we are scared, we are afraid that we will lose money, that this trade will close, that someone will take our money, that money will be lost when making a deposit or making a withdrawal. Always we are afraid, right? That's one emotion. I'm saying this because that is one emotion that really affects our trading, and that is one of the two basic emotions that we need to work with or work upon when trading. Now, the second one, of course, is greed, right? So we all came here expecting to get, oftentimes to get rich quick, to make a lot of money while not doing much, just opening a few trades and then withdrawing our profits within 1 week. Now, when we start trading, we realize how things are not difficult, how things are difficult actually, and how it seemed easy on paper and how difficult it is in reality. Now, guys, and then we basically need to find this balance between fear and greed, because on the one hand, we wanna be putting like $5,000 per trade, but that is totally unrealistic. So guys, it's and then you wanna like become rich within like 2-3 months. Okay, so I think that you have to be realistic, and you have to remember how long it took you. When you learned anything. Like when you want to get a driving license, you won't get a driving license in under 1 or 2 months, right? Like maybe if you know how to drive and you already know the rules, but that's something you've already learned. You did learn before, right? Whenever you start from scratch, you can never like maybe very rarely. You cannot become a good tennis player within 1 month. You cannot become a good boxer in 1 month. You cannot become a swimmer, like pretty much any activity, a good dancer. Just I think the relative ease how you can go from $5 up to $50 per trade, and then up to $500 per trade. That's what makes trading a little bit difficult, because we just think, okay, it's very simple, right? It's kind of like either one of two. It's either up or down. Make trades, and we're all gonna be rich. No. In reality, it takes time, it takes effort, It takes conscious effort. So if you want to become a poker player, right? So poker maybe somehow be related to trading because it's also about money. It's also about predicting. It's all about psychology. So, but ask professional poker players how long it took them to learn how to trade, to play poker. It took them months. It took them years. Having an extra buck from trading, yes, that can happen after maybe 1-2 months. But making serious money, you really need to be dedicated to trading. You need to be dedicated to your goal, and you need to see this goal pretty clearly. You need to know what you're trying to achieve. And within the first few months of trading, your goal is actually to learn how to not lose money and how to close your trading days with profit. And many people really, in fact, overlook this thing, and they just, I don't know, they just have really unrealistic expectations. But if you give yourself enough time to learn, you completely remove all this extra stress associated with trading, and you just don't be in a rush. So the markets will not go anywhere. The financial system has been like this since 1980s. I mean, I'm talking about computers. And since early 2000, people have gotten access to the internet, and trading has become much easier. Like, you don't have to make calls to your broker and say, hey, buy me like 500 shares of Apple stock. Nothing like that. You just sit at home or even from your mobile device, which is like less than 5 years ago, right? And now you just pretty much enjoy profit. But of course, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to learn how to trade profitably, because there are not so many shortcuts in this area. Now, guys, a few more questions. Will OLYMP Trade be using TradingView in future? We tried. We actually did talk with them on a few occasions. We've talked to them, but so far we decided to keep developing our own platform because it's just more flexible, and that's the way we want to go. So we want to go. We want to be more flexible. We want to be more. We want to be able to change things on the platform if necessary, because if we implement TradingView, so TradingView is a great tool, but we sort of then our hands remain tightened, because we cannot modify some things if we want to. Okay, so if we wanted to update something, and we are totally dependent on TradingView. So that's why we have our own chart team that actually works on the chart improvements. Kind Martin works on FX. How install stop and take profit? Right, great. So that's a great question. Let me show you how Kind Martin works on Forex. So all we need to do is we need to go here, indicators list. So we go here, Kind Martin, we press enable strategy, and let's go to, for example, indices. Okay, so NASDAQ index. My friends, the main difference, or the most important thing that you need to do when you trade Forex is you need to adjust your time frames, right? So let me still go ahead and probably pick some. Okay, on the example of gold, right? So we go 4-hour time frame, and what I always recommend is before opening trades with real money, just do some form of paper trading. Just open a chart like this and just take a look where. So do some imaginary trades. You can do it like this. Okay, so let's do it like this. Okay, let me roll it back. Okay, so I've rolled it back. Okay, so Okay, here, where do I open a trade? So 4-hour time frame. So yeah, is there a signal here? Yes, the signal is there. I can see that it's the second dot of the parabolic SAR, or even after that, the third one, and also the MACD area is below zero. So yes, that is a legit signal. Now, where do you wanna put your stop loss? That's a good question. I usually put it. I usually set it above the previous high or below the previous low. Okay, so somewhere either here or in this case. So imagine if I were to open this trade here, I would put my stop loss here, and then it drops, and then the price drops, the chart drops, and I would probably move this stop loss a little closer to here. And then it closes with a loss, or not with a loss, with a break even. Okay, now next one. Something happens to the chart, and here I were to open a trade. So I open a trade, my stop loss is somewhere here, and bum, 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 bum. So if I'm lucky enough and my stop loss isn't triggered by this small pullback, then I go here and I probably, and at this point I probably will have closed this trade with a profit already, with my take profit. So the point is that you need to try and sort of go back in time and then just do it like this and count on paper. So this trade, would it be was it like profitable? Would it be profitable or not, or it would be a losing trade? And that's the main principle how you pretty much analyze your each strategy. And then after you've done this, switch to demo account maybe, or even go ahead and trade with real account, but just maybe go with the lowest amount. I think the lowest amount possible here is $1 with a multiplier of 50, and then you just go ahead and open a trade. Okay, so $1. Okay, it won't make you poor, it won't make you rich. It's just $1 for practice, and then you trade. That is it. So guys, currently I would say according to Kind Martin strategy, well, according to Kind Martin strategy, we are still in downtrend, and it's still possible to open down trades, and the price will continue dropping. It looks like it. Can you trade? Well, I don't plan trading during this webinar. Trading will be happening tomorrow and basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I missed the question from Mustafa. Those new features of crypto, why they only exist in Forex and also FTT? Could we see more assets in near future? Well, unfortunately, not in near future. They will not. These assets will not go to fixed time mode. They will only stay in Forex mode. Why we have so few? Well, we added like 20, I think, or it was 18 or 20, I think, but you can count. And yeah, and basically, yeah. Well, I'm to be honest, I'm happy with what we have. I hope that in the future we will add a few more, but I don't know the exact plan. So I knew about these plans to add that these assets would be added sometime soon, but as for the other ones, yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to say. But maybe Bitcoin Cash is still on the rise. I don't know. It looks very like 1, 2, 3, like 7 days of consecutive growth. Maybe it will continue. Maybe like more popular ones like EOS, like Dogecoin will be catching up. Maybe what else was that? So Litecoin is not really growing. It kind of went up, but not significantly. What else? Yeah, Binance Coin hasn't reacted, but Binance Coin is different because Binance is having problems in many countries. I think their they were asked to close their operations in Canada, in the US, in Belgium now, and I think in the Netherlands. So I don't know where they gonna be working after that. Okay, guys, one more question and we will be wrapping it up. So I have trouble when I withdraw. After 24 hours withdrawal, my money not come to my bank account yet. Guys, normally it takes 24 hours to process for us to process all the payout requests. Sometimes it does take a little longer, but it's not a very common situation. So usually it happens very quickly within 24 hours, and oftentimes within a few hours. To be honest, like within 4 hours, 80% of payout requests are processed. So if it takes longer than that, well, you can contact customer support, but 24 hours is not really the critical time. But just to be sure, you can contact your account manager, or you can contact customer support, and they will be happy to help you find your withdrawal or withdrawal amount or deposit amount. Now, guys, that is it for today. I thank you all very much for your attention, and I hope to see you next Monday. And also, don't forget about our webinars Tuesday. Like I said, almost every day we conduct webinars in all 10 different languages that we speak here in our VIP department. Thanks a lot for your attention, guys, and I will see you very soon. Good luck and have a wonderful trading week. Bye-bye.